Stable&Cart House is a sensitive adaptation in North Melbourne, engaging thoughtfully with the imperfections and idiosyncrasies of a 1920s brick warehouse. Oh, don't tell me. No. Yep. Located in Little Everson Street in North Melbourne, surrounded by period houses and warehouse buildings. Original plans show a series of 10 horse stalls, cart dock, manure bins, and a large feed loft, designed by the esteemed architect Harry A. Norris, better known for designing Melbourne's iconic Nicholas Building, Mitchell House, and Burnham Beaches. Having owned the warehouse for 25 years, our client's retirement and relocation from the Blue Mountains was the catalyst to undertake the conversion project to their new home. The site had many uses over the years, including stable, ironworks, box maker, salvage warehouse, and more recently, a dressmaking atelier, where the tenant lived upstairs in what was originally the hayloft. And here a visualization of the existing conditions and a section of the existing space. The Stable&Cart building is a modest brick and timber building with only the simplest of adornments on the pedimented facade. The building remains remarkably intact despite a history of varied uses over the past 100 years. This project maintains the original facade in its found condition untouched, including the large timber sliding door with its wicket access gate. We were keen to engage with and preserve the rich history of the building's varied uses, all of which have left indelible marks on the building fabric. Defined by its 4 double height perimeter walls, the existing stables presents as an enclosed singular volume encumbered only by the original feed loft cutting through the central airspace. The building is constructed from terracotta red brick, and unpainted timber scissor trusses support the corrugated galvanised roof, which has extensive rust and ad hoc patching. Various skylights allow natural light into the building, and unpainted steel beams support the feed loft, which has expressed timber joists and Baltic pine flooring. And here you see kind of remnants and shadows of old structure, which was removed even before we came to site with the kind of old stair and fantastic signage. The overall project strategy was an exercise in restraint removal and repair only when structural integrity required intervention. Industrial patina, aged timbers, and rusted corrugated roofing were key characteristics of the historic interior to be retained and celebrated. So the existing floor plan, which had a kind of contemporary stair, which we removed, and then the upper hayloft. And here the kind of big manoeuvre of the large new light well that was inserted. The existing ground floor slab was retained for contamination confinement common in North Melbourne, and a new concrete screed poured over a layer of rigid insulation as shown here. Double glazing, operable skylights for thermal purging and cross ventilation, and highly insulating rooms within the larger space work to combat the thermal limitations of a 100-year-old double brick warehouse. Internally, the distressed roof is retained as the ceiling, with a new highly insulated roof structure inconspicuously constructed above. Corrosion holes and 100 years of ad hoc repairs will remain as found, creating a patchwork of patina. The timber feed loft was partially removed to expose the full height of the interior, visually liberating the scissor truss and steel beams. Timber was salvaged and reused to complete the upper level construction. A solitary tree occupies the restrained garden courtyard formed at the centre of the plan by removing a portion of the roof, also allowing natural light and ventilation to permeate the interior. Here you see the new roof opening. From our shadow study analysis, we located the courtyard on the south to avoid overshadowing by the 4-storey northern neighbour. This decision has worked well, light reflecting off the southern brick courtyard wall into the interior throughout the day. Here, the new highly insulated roof is installed on top of the existing roof behind the parapet. Loft joists removed and their memory retained, unfilled. The design challenge presented itself as a paradox to introduce the obligatory domestic program while preserving the warehouse scale of the interior and memories of its past. Utility space at the entry allows for off-street parking, but doubles as an entry threshold into the home. And here the plan, so bedroom over here, this kind of car space come entry, utility space, storage, pantry, laundry, drying room, and all the other kind of living spaces. Domestic zoning occurs around the courtyard with insertion of rich blackbutt clad rooms, primarily containing spaces for utility or those that require privacy. Here we have the kitchen, looking through to the pantry. Pickled steel is used for the kitchen, island bench and splashback. Sliding doors of the bedroom that open to the courtyard. Some construction photos of the robe, ensuite. Within the robe area, louvers are retained to preserve the existing facade condition and a new timber window added internally to achieve thermal comfort. So the first floor with the second bedroom, the bathhouse. The timber-lined bathhouse explores opportunities for spatial connection. The blackbutt battened balustrade where occupants can engage or retreat with the courtyard below. And here you see the bathhouse from up at the top. Under the watchful eye of builder Provenbuild, the industrial scaled steel windows, bookshelf and stair were constructed on site in memory of the ironworks that once occupied the building. Internal kind of construction photos of the stair. This was a labour of love for weeks for the metalworker. The stair's rust-toned hue rhymes with the patina of the rugged surrounding surfaces, but is clearly expressed as a new element within the interior. The stair goes beyond its utility, playfully engaging with existing structural members, providing opportunities for elevated vantage points and dividing the expansive living space into more intimate spaces. Our objective was to maintain the atmosphere of the original place. Stable&Cart House is a humble alteration that values the past, preserving it for the future for both its occupants and the context within which it sits. COVID has prevented our clients from retiring and relocating until next year, as one is an emergency doctor in a regional hospital. Oliver, the project architect, is happily house sitting for them.
1 minute remaining.
However, our clients still wrote these lovely words. The design provides a discreet, modern and comfortable urban refuge from the bustle of city life, offering a sense of escape, privacy and calm around a courtyard garden, which is a token of the natural world. But this sense of disconnection from the city is countered by many reminders of the building's past and of its ongoing presence in North Melbourne, both through the rich surviving textures of the interior and through the undisturbed facade, which hides the internal transformation. Thank you.